PC fam, welcome back. This is another episode of Chill with Chill. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, night, depending on where you at. We are so international. How's everybody living today, man? Y'all make sure y'all get in this comment section, show some love, give your takes on all the topics that we talk about today, and get prepared for some real basketball talk today. Chill. How you living?
Hey, I'm living, brother. I'm living. Got the All-Star game coming up. MVP race is heating up. We got some good topics today, Ox. I'm really excited about this stuff, man. I am really excited about this.
Right. And we're definitely going to get into the All-Star game, All-Star starters. That's obviously the topic of the show. If you guys watched the panel this week, you would know we did dive into the All-Star starters a little bit, but you know how we do on the panel, man. We go as we're water. We flow with the conversation. So today we're going to dive deeper into the All-Star starters, talk about who got snubbed, talk about if there was any snubs, and we'll just figure it out. Chill. Speaking of the All-Star game, everybody knows we'll be in the city come the All-Star game. How many? Because I've never been to the All-Star game before. How many All-Star games have you been to?
A few. 2001 was probably my 2001 was my last one, but it's chaos, but it's chaos in a good way. You know, the guys are really accessible. You're gonna see them out. You wouldn't be surprised. It won't be a surprise to see Curry. It won't be a surprise to see Draymond Green. It won't be a surprise to see Lamelo Ball. Any of these guys amongst the All-Stars around in the city. It won't be a big deal to see any of these guys out because, you know, that's what All-Star Weekend is for. It's for the fans. And I think that the NBA does a good job in making it interactive for the fans. They do a good job with security. They do a good job with activities, and they make the guys accessible. And the guys make themselves accessible. Like I said, the last one I was at was in 2000. The last one I was in 2001. I wanted to go to the one in Dallas because James said he was going to be in the dunk contest, but he didn't get in the dunk contest, so I didn't go. And in 2008, when Shaq came out with the Jabberwockies, I didn't even watch the All-Star game because I told him, I said, there's nothing can top that. I'm good. I didn't even watch the All-Star game when he came out with the Jabberwockies. I was like, you can't do nothing else to top that. I was good. I didn't see anything else. I was good.
Man, speaking of that, Bron never did the dunk contest.
When he came out and said, and when the dunk contest was in, not the dunk contest, I'm sorry, when the All-Star game, I want to say in 2009 or 2010, whatever year it was in Dallas, and it was in where the Cowboys play, and he said that he was getting in the dunk contest. I made it my business. I was like, I'm going. If he's getting in the dunk contest, I'm 100% going. And he backed out, so I was like, I'm good. Nah, I'm straight. I'm not going.
That's crazy. Here it is. All-Star game supposed to be for the fans.
Yes.
LeBron James never does a dunk contest. You know what?
He said he was getting in it. He decided
today. I'm hating on Bron today. That is a stain on his resume. That is a stain on his legacy. We are going to hold that against him. Bron, you are not the GOAT because you never did an All-Star dunk contest. All right, how about that?
And you said you was getting in the dunk contest. Don't leave that part out, Ox. It's not like he just shied away from it. He said he was getting in it. I was going to Dallas. I was going. It was official. I was coming to Dallas. He said he was getting in the dunk contest. He didn't get in it. I'm good. Nope.
Right.
I didn't go.
Well, first super chat of the day, we got one from my main man, Desto. He says, morning, fellas. Let's have a great Saturday.
Let's do that. I'm down to do that.
No doubt. Got a lot of things going on today. But chill, what I really, really want to start the show off with is the future of the Miami Heat. What does the future of the Miami Heat look like? Obviously, we know Jimmy Butler is not going to be there much longer.
Right.
I mean, I would be shocked if he's not gone by this trade deadline, which I'm pretty sure is a foregone conclusion, right? Like, there's no way he makes it to the end of the season. But I don't want to get too negative, so let's talk about some bright spots. What about this kid, Khalil Ware?
Well, first of all, I don't think that's a negative. like to talk about Jimmy Butler, being gone from the Miami Heat. He did some great things for the Miami Heat. It's fantastic for them for the 5 years that he was there. It's unfortunate that it's ending the way it's ending, but he was great for him. He's been an All-Pro. In fact, he's the only guy that made the All-NBA team since LeBron. Yeah, since LeBron in 2013, he's the only player that they've had in the last 10 years that make the All-NBA team. Him and Bam, the only two guys that make the All-League defensive team. So he's been great for the Miami Heat for the time that he's been there. It's just unfortunate that it's ending the way it's ending. Ox, we get in a space where everything has to be right now. Remember, that's where we live today. We live in that microwave. We live in that everything is right now. That fast society where unless it's going on right now, it doesn't matter. Not really thinking about what the future is. And when I see this kid, Khalil Ware, Ox, the first thing I thought was, when I saw him in the summer league, I was like, I think you got your 5-man. And I don't really take a lot of stock in the summer league. I don't. I'm not going to sit and say that the summer league is a bar that I hold for guys. But I'll watch guys in the summer league and I'll get some kind of idea about them. And I'm watching Khalil Ware in the summer league, and I'm going, I think you might have your 5-man right here. And now you can move Bam to the 4. And now you got Jaime Jaquez at the 3. He's got to get better, sure. But your future in Miami looks bright. Bam is 26, I think. I think Bam is 26 years old. So he's got some years left. Tyler Hero is 24. So he's got some years left. You got your 5-man. You got your 4-man in Bam, moving Bam to the 4. I think you got your small forward. I think they need to upgrade at the league guard spot. I think that guy's in the draft. But from what I've seen from Khalil Ware, from what I've seen from Khalil Ware, Ox just looks like the future of the 5. He's a legit 7', 7'1", great around the basket, runs like a deer, can knock down a mid-range shot. He's still green, right? He's still green. I still see him getting lost sometimes in the offense, when action is going on. He's not really sure where he wants to be. But you as a big, Ox, you can appreciate, as a big, the one thing that we can never teach, I can't teach 7-foot run fast and jump high. I can't teach that. So
right.
if you got a motor, if you got a motor to go with that, which I feel like Khalil Ware does, he's always around the basket, he's always active, his hands stay aware. He looks like the kind of kid that you can build around. And I love what I'm seeing from him in the last 3 games. He's been 20 and 10.
That's right there, Chill, what you said. Because you initially had said about being 7 foot, running fast, jumping high. You can't teach that. One thing you can teach, and something that I'm sure somebody taught him is what you just mentioned, keeping your hands up and ready.
Mm-hmm.
That is huge for a big guy like him, a big guy that can finish around the rim, a big guy with good touch. It sounds like something that's so obvious and so basic, but a lot of people don't play with their hands up ready to catch the ball. Hands here, you know what I mean? And he stays ready. I like that about him.
Which is what, and a lot of people don't give him a lot of credit. That's why I always felt like Rudy was wide open. Because when Rudy dives to the basket and when Rudy is around the basket, Rudy always has his hands up. Mm-hmm. He's always got his hands up and he's always looking for the basketball. I feel like this kid, Khalil Ware, when he's diving to the basket, even when he gets a little bit lost in the offense, where he's not sure if he's going to dive to the basket or he should pop, even when he's doing that, he knows just to get to the basket at minimum. When he does that, his hands are always up. Add that to the fact, Ox, that when he's around the basket, he's active as a rebounder. He's active as a rebounder, which these are the things that I don't think that you can teach off the strength that I think that stuff that's motor stuff. I think that stuff that's effort stuff. To your point, when you're talking about a big, keeping your hands up and diving to the basket, okay, sure, that's something that I can definitely teach you. But diving to the basket hard, being active around the rim, I can't really teach that. I can't. I feel like it's an effort thing. That's a motor thing. You have what they call it is having a nose for the ball. You know where the ball is. You know where the ball is going to be. And I feel like the Miami Heat got their 5-man. I wasn't totally sure when I saw him in the summer because, again, Knox, I don't gauge the summer league that much. There are some guys that I've seen in the summer league that I'm like, when I saw Jason Tatum in the summer league, I was like, that's that dude 20 a game in the NBA. I thought that when I saw him, but I don't have a huge gauge on the summer league. But I'm watching this kid Khalil Ware in preseason, and I'm thinking to myself, "Coach, start kid. Stop playing. Start the kid. I know he's green, but the only and there's some guys who, they need some time to develop and they need some time to learn. I think that Khalil, the way that they handled him, where they brought him along slower, it's working. But I feel like we're at a point now where, start the kid. You got him. Get him in the lineup. And we can move on from Jimmy Butler confident and comfortably because we know, okay, I got my 5-man of the future. I got Bam Adebayo, who, for all intents and purposes, is great as a 4-man, I think. With that being said, when you're building a championship team, but with an identity. With the Pistons, their identity was their defense. The Golden State Warriors, their identity, they were a jump shooting team. The LeBron James championship teams, their identity was James, sharing the ball, playing off of James. Every team has an identity. I feel like this Miami Heat team, you can build an identity off of your bigs. Because to be honest with you, Ox, I think that's the way we're going. I think we're going back to the big, to the 2-man, to the 2 big tandem. I think we're going back to that. I do.
It does look like. So you mentioned this. Well, first, before we get into that, I do want to just run down these stats for Khalil real quick. The last 3 games, she's gone 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
Yep.
The next game, 20 points, 16 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And then 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. So I mean, he's getting the numbers. The numbers look nice. Going back to the
Real quick before you go, Ox. Real quick before you go, and I want you to stay right there, Ox. Just so you know, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just out here, by the way.
Right.
I'm green. I don't even know what I'm doing with those numbers that you just ran over. Keep going.
Right. Well, I'm thinking about how, we've talked about the fact that he finishes good around the rim. He gives a target, like we're talking about with his hands. And a lot of times, it's simple like drills because, when you're bigger, your arms are heavy already. You know what I mean? So it's hard enough just walking around like this. Your arms are heavy. So you can do drills, like when you're sliding from side to side, showing with medicine balls and things like that, just practicing, working on that. And it seems like this kid honestly has done that. Thing about it is who's giving him the ball. And you said that you think their point guard is in the draft.
I do.
I think their point guard is in Jimmy Butler. That's where Pat Riley needs to be thinking when he's trading Jimmy Butler. Where who, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that that team that Jimmy goes to, but as we've talked about, we're pretty sure this is going to be a 3-team thing. So I think Pat Riley should be looking at who has a good up and coming point guard, a guy that's can distribute in the ball, pass first, but can knock down open jump shots and play defense. You know what I mean? Because that's what they need. They need a guy that can get Tyler Hero off the ball and still be a threat. Because I do tend to appreciate the point when Mars makes about oh man, who's my guy down in for the Suns when he says, well,
Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones. So it's like, what's the point of having just a guy that just dribbles the ball and kicks it to Devin Booker as soon as he comes across half court and he's just standing there? You know what I'm saying? That I think that is a fair point. It's a circumstantial point, but still fair. Yep. So I don't think the Heat need to be looking for a guy like that. They need to be looking for a guy. I'm not saying Darius Garland, but a guy like Darius Garland, who's a threat everywhere on the court, but is still kicking that rock around, making sure everybody's involved. If they can find a guy like that for Jimmy Butler, it's good.
Let me put something on your mind, Ox. So let's get it, because Jimmy Butler has already made it clear that he doesn't want to play for the Memphis Grizzlies, right? Okay, so he's made that clear. He doesn't want to go to Memphis. All right, so we might have to get a third team involved and make it worth the Memphis Grizzlies, make it worth their while. How you feel about Scottie Pippen Jr. with the Miami Heat? I love him in a Miami Heat jersey. Number one, I got a defender. Just so you know, he led the SEC in scoring, so he can get buckets.
Oh yeah,
he can score the basketball. I don't think that's a problem. What can we do if we added a third team in this to make it worth Memphis's while to hand over Scottie Pippen Jr. to the Memphis Grizzlies? What can we do if we added a third team in this to make it worth Memphis's while to hand over Scottie Pippen Jr. to the Memphis Grizzlies? Miami Heat, because now I don't think Scottie Pippen Jr. is the backup lead guard. I think he's a lead guard.
That's what I was going to ask you. So you think he's a starter? Okay.
I think he's your starting lead guard. 100%. I do believe that. And I'm not buying the whole logic of, he's small. Darius Garland is not 6'6". Let's be clear about that. Darius Garland is one of the best lead guards in the game. And I feel like Scottie Pippen Jr., I've watched him a couple of times, Ox. Just so we clear, defense, it's in the blood. He's going to compete.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he ain't Fox. I won't argue that point. He's not his father, but he's going to compete on the defensive end. It's in the blood. So maybe we could get a third team involved and make it worth Memphis's while to hand over Pippen Jr. Maybe give them a first round pick. Maybe give them a second. Maybe give them 2 1s or something like that, and we could get Scottie Pippen Jr. down to Miami, because I really like him as their lead guard. You see, because to your point, when you talk about their point guard is in Jimmy Butler, it's either Jimmy Butler in a draft, getting back a draft pick, or a young lead guard. Because Bam is 26 years old. Let's be clear about that. Bam is 26, 27. He's 26 years old, 27 years old. We still got some years left with him. With him, Ware, who's going to get better, because I'm watching Ware. Ware doesn't look like a guy who this is going to take 5 or 6 years. No, I think Ware in the next 2-3 years, he's going to develop even more. I mean, Hawkins is in a down year. I think he can get better with Scottie Pippen Jr., with Bam, with Ware. The offense is going to change. I think that this team doesn't miss much of a beat. Plus, with Tyler Hero, I don't think that this team misses much of a beat, Ox, if we're being honest.
Right. I like that. I mean, obviously, I don't think that that's enough for Jimmy. I think you get him and maybe another piece or two. But I do like Scottie Pippen. I wasn't sure. I know a lot of guys are high on him. I know you're high on him. I know Ron's high on him. I'm relatively high on him as well. But I'm still not sure if I think Scottie is a starting lead guard. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad at finding out, because the kid can play some basketball.
Yes. And I feel like there were a lot of guys like that, Ox. I mean, when Kyle Lowry was bouncing around, when he was in Memphis and he was in Houston, nobody was sure if he was a starting lead guard. But he got himself in the right situation, and you seen what it turned into. It turned into something fantastic. Rondo, when he first showed up, it was real. It was pretty. It didn't look good when Rondo first showed up. He got around the right people. He got with Doc Rivers. Next thing you know, Rondo's an all-time great. If you put him in the right situation, he can very well flourish in that system. And I feel like Scottie Pippen Jr., looking at him playing for Eric Spoelstra in that Miami Heat system, I think he'd be fantastic.
Right. I'm thinking, who are all the lead guards in the league that could potentially be moved around this trade deadline or even during the offseason? And I come to think of guys like Scottie Pippen Jr., Anthony Simons, even Anthony Black for the right situation in Orlando.
I was about to say that, Ox, because you brought up Darius Garland. That's what I want to get to the bottom of right now, Ox, before you go further. Don't call me about Darius Garland. He's not available. I want to make sure we're clear on that right now, Ox. Don't call me about him. And if I'm Orlando, I think that's don't call me about Darius. I'm hanging the phone up on you. Unless you give me like Cade Cunningham or something like that, which Detroit ain't doing that. Unless you're doing that, he's not available. Same logic that I feel about Anthony Black. Remember what I told you about the table. Ox, remember what I told you about Tyrese Maxey when you told me, this was a year ago, when you told me that, maybe we should start running the offense through Tyrese Maxey. And I told you guys that I thought that letting James Harden walk out the front door and giving the ball to Maxey was a good idea. That's how I feel about Anthony Black. I want to give him the ball. I do. I want to give him the ball, and I want him to run my crew. So don't call me about Anthony Black neither, as you were saying.
Okay. So can DeJounte be moved again?
Amen Thompson, too, don't ask me about him neither.
Oh, yeah, right. Can DeJounte be moved again?
I think he can, Ox. Yes. Okay. And he's actually perfect for what they're doing in Miami. The defender that he is.
Yeah,
the question is how much he costs. That's the $1 million question. What's the money look like for him? And what is he going to cost in order to get him down to Miami? But I think Khalil Ware, you got that spot sold up, man. You good there.
And also, I'll address the elephant in the room,
Mhm.
De'Aaron Fox. You know, there's a lot of lead guards around the NBA right now. Maybe I won't say a lot, but there's a handful of them that could be
Sure.
on the move. So
Right.
we'll see about it.
To be honest with you, Ox, I mean, I know we're going through some problems right now, but I'm not breaking up with my chick. I'm not. We got some nonsense going on, and and that's what people go through. But I'm not breaking up with my chick. No, we're gonna
Right.
work this out. Because I know what I have. It's gonna be hard to find this again. It's gonna be almost impossible to find. So we're not breaking up. No, we'll work this out, and that's fine. If you want to go stay over at your mother's for a little bit, that's fine. If we arguing, but no, we ain't breaking up. No.
Right. I know that for a fact. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to leave me because I ain't going nowhere. So that's how I feel about De'Aaron Fox. I mean, I was like I said previous, if he's dead set on getting out of Sacramento, then hey, see you. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do. We got DeMontis. we got to keep working and trying to get better. But I'm just like, don't trade him.
Which he didn't say that, Ox. He said he wants to see what you guys are doing. You know what that tells me?
Right.
We're just fighting right now. You ain't leaving me. You didn't say you was out. So what's all we doing right now? So to your point, you're gonna have to tell me, yo, you want a divorce and you moving out. Because otherwise, nah, you ain't leaving me. I'll figure it out.
Right.
We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna straighten up and fly right.
I will 100%. What do I need to do? You tell me. I don't hang with Ox no more. You don't want me to hang with Ox no more? All right, that's it. I'm good. Ox, I can't hang with you no more, brother. Nah.
Right. We are going to get this worked out.
Yes,
I am definitely excited to see what happens with the Miami Heat and ultimately what happens with Jimmy Butler. You know, I'm really want to see. I think Jimmy Butler has the potential to really shake up the league right now. So I want to see where he ends up going, and I want to see how this Miami Heat team bounces back from that. If they can stay relevant, who they can get back. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to that, obviously. But time will tell. Time will tell. What's up, Cheerio? We see you in the chat. So let's get to these all-star starters. Let's get to that. Actually, real quick, let me see what Gandhi KV2 says. If OKC and or Cavs don't make the finals, shows why the NBA doesn't promote these upcoming stars / teams.
That doesn't make any sense. The fact that a guy doesn't make the finals doesn't mean we don't. That doesn't mean that we don't stop promoting stars. I mean, even if guys don't make the finals, that doesn't mean that we don't continue to promote stars. And even if guys make the finals, that doesn't mean that we're promoting stars anymore. So, I mean, they everything. You remember the campaign between LeBron and Kobe Bryant in 2009, and Orlando Dwight Howard threw a monkey wrench in that. He threw a straight monkey wrench in that. Next thing you know, Cleveland's out. So, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it, right? I don't think that has anything to do with it. Nah, if you make the finals, I mean, don't get me wrong, that enhances the NBA promoting you. I'm not going to argue that, but I don't think the NBA is going to promote guys any less if they don't make the finals. No.
Right. He dropped another super chat and said, "So we all under agreement that Orlando is the sleeper in these playoffs."
No, we're not under the agreement that Orlando is the sleeper in these playoffs. We know how I had Orlando as a top 5 seed. I'm not sleeping on Orlando at all. The team that I think is the sleeper in these playoffs, and I'm one of the people that's in the minority as somebody that thinks that the Boston Celtics are going to win the NBA championship. I don't want nothing to do with the Atlanta Hawks. I don't want nothing to do with them. I do not like that matchup at all, Ox. I don't like how Trae Young could get cooking. I don't like how Kongwu can just dominate around the basket. I don't like how Dyson Daniels can completely take a guy out of a series. I watched him against Jason Tatum a couple of weeks ago. He shut the door on Jason Tatum. Shut the door on him with size, length, his physicality. Can you do that throughout the course of a series? That would not surprise me. So if I'm, and I've said this to you countless times, Ox, I stand on this. Teams duck smoke all the time. All the time, teams duck smoke. And if I'm looking at the landscape of the league, if we can avoid Atlanta, I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm good.
Yeah. I don't think anybody looks forward to playing against Trae Young and the Hawks, but
No,
I don't think they're an issue for the top teams, particularly Boston and Cleveland. I don't think they're an issue for them. The Knicks sometimes don't play up to their potential, so that's why I get so back and forth with the Knicks because they can be really good and sometimes just look terrible. So. I mean, and you know how Trae does against them. So Trae can get it going to that Madison Square Garden. He feel like he's home. Okay, let me see what Jake Fascion. He says, if you could put together a starting five with one person from each decade, what would be your team? Okay, chill. Let's do this. Okay, let's start with the 2020s. So we're gonna go from now and work backwards. Okay. You get one player from the 2020s. Even though we're only 5 years in, let's get one. Who's your 2020s player?
Giannis.
Yeah. Okay. And your 2010 player?
James.
Right. We all knew that. That's easy. And so we got Giannis, Bron, and what? Giannis playing the 4, James playing the 3, or is okay?
Yes.
So in your 2000s player.
And I know this may sound ridiculous, but I'm going to take the Diesel.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's the right way to go. Okay, so we got Shaq at the 5, Giannis at the 4, Bron at the 3, and now we're in the 90s. This is where we get our 2 guard, right?
Take Jay at the 2.
Okay. Ooh, this is a squad because I know where we're going now. Yeah. Okay. And for the 80s,
take Magic at the 1.
So, Jake Fascion, chill.
If you want to move back a little bit more, because we got the 70s. So if you want to move back a little bit more, so you want to have some rotation guys. So from the 70s, I'm not taking Jabal because I'm not having Jabal play behind Shaq. The 70s Jabal, I'm not doing that. So I would probably say Bob McAdoo plays behind Giannis at the 4. And in the 60s, Jerry West will play behind Magic.
Okay. So the squad looks like this. Magic at the 1, Jordan at the 2, Bron at the 3, Giannis at the 4, and the Diesel at the 5. And we got Bob McAdoo and Jerry West playing off the bench. That's a squad. That is certainly a squad. Fenton Jones says, great talk. Y'all really killed it today. Thanks, Finn. We only 27 minutes in, but appreciate that.
I was about to say, we're in the middle of it. So we killing it, or did we? Because I didn't think we was over, Ox. We just got started. But thanks, brother. We appreciate it.
See what you look, because Claire just got in the chat. You see what happens when Claire pops up? They think we're done. They think Claire came in to shut us down.
When Claire show up, no, man. We still rolling. We just got started. We just got here not too long ago. So chill out.
Claire, we ain't going nowhere yet. The people trying to treat you like a party pooper. All right, here we go. All right, let's get into the topic at hand. Oh yeah, Gondiv, your team is getting popped. You got Magic, Jordan, Kobe, KD, and Jokic. It's not happening, bro. See you.
Got a 2 guard. I already got a 2 guard in Jordan. I don't need 2 of them. I don't. No, I'm good.
All right. I got a graphic to share right here with y'all. And this is the all-star starters. Now, chill. Let's keep it right here in the it shows both, but we'll just focus on the left side for now. So the Eastern Conference starters, we have Giannis, who's averaging 31, 6, and 12. Great numbers. Great numbers, Giannis. Jalen Brunson, who's averaging 26, 7, and 3. Donovan Mitchell, who's averaging 23, 4.5, and 4.5. And we have Jason Tatum, 27, 5, and 9. Karl Anthony Towns averaging 25, 3, and 14.
getting
Do
busy.
you see anything in this Eastern Conference that just doesn't look right? Like,
Yeah, man, it is. Because remember what the second dude under Giannis, and the reason why, and it's not because he's not been balling this season, because Jalen Brunson has been balling this season. But what has the All-Star game been about? It's been about the fans. What do the fans want to see? Now, what this does now, Ox, is this puts the reserves in a really difficult spot. You know why this puts the people who are putting the reserves in a real difficult spot? Because the fans said, not just the fans, but I think LaMelo Ball finished number one with the fans. I think he finished third with the players, and it was the media who came in and he dropped 7. So if he doesn't make the All-Star team, what you're essentially telling us is the fans, you guys don't matter. You guys do not matter. Not that we don't care what you think. It's what you think we respect it up into a point. So if you want to see LaMelo Ball, if we think you should see LaMelo Ball, then I'll let you see LaMelo Ball. But if we don't think that you should see LaMelo Ball, then we won't let you see LaMelo Ball, which tells me as a fan voting, if that's the case, I shouldn't even vote anymore because what I'm saying doesn't matter. It's almost like it's almost like voting in America where, you know, the electoral college comes in and goes, okay, this is what you voted for, but this is what we think should be going on. Oh, what the hell am I voting for? No. Why am I voting exactly if you're going to overturn what my vote is? So I think Giannis had the most votes of anybody in the All-Star game. I think Giannis had the most votes. Donovan Mitchell, I think Donovan Mitchell's the best 2 guard in the game. So I'm not surprised that he's starting for the East at 24, 5-5, getting busy. You already know how I feel about Jason Tatum. And I mean, Cat's having a great season this year. And with all of that being said, the All-Star game has ultimately been about the fans. The All-Star game has always been about the fans. All-Star weekend was created for the fans. The All-Star game was to show the fans the best pickup game and who they want to see. Who do you guys want to see? Well, the people have spoken. They want to see LaMelo Ball. They think that LaMelo Ball not just should be an All-Star, but he should be a starter in the All-Star game. And the media comes in and overrides that and says, all right, well, we don't think he should be starting. Well, now what you've done is you put yourself in a bind because now if he's not at minimum a reserve, you've completely taken out the fan interaction. And I don't think you want to do that. I don't.
So you're saying Jalen Brunson shouldn't be starting because LaMelo should, right? Yes. What is the possibility that LaMelo doesn't even make the team?
Well, if you think about the lead guards, I ain't even thinking about guards in general. I'm just thinking about specifically the lead guards. So you got Brunson, Damian Lillard,
Trae Young.
I'm thinking about Trae Young, the kid from Cleveland.
Darius Garland.
Darius Garland, the kid from Cleveland, and LaMelo Ball, and Cade Cunningham. That's 6 guards. I don't think that
Tyrese Halliburton.
I think Halliburton's out. I don't think he makes it this year. As good as he's been, I don't think he makes it as a backup lead guard, considering what everybody else has been doing. So, with that being said, LaMelo Ball.
Well, chill. How many of those lead guards can get in? Just 2 more, right?
I think so, because you got 6 of them. I count 6, and of those 6, I think so. Brunson's off the table because he's making it. I think Damian Lillard is an all-star. I would be blown away if Trae Young didn't make the All-Star team this year. That would blow my mind.
There's no way LaMelo makes the team.
Then it's going to be a problem, Mox. The reason why it's going to be a problem is you're telling the fans what you say doesn't matter. That's what you're telling them. That's essentially what you're telling the fans.
So I mean, all around, there's 7 spots left, right? There's only 12 All-Stars, right?
That's it. Just 12.
I don't think LaMelo's going to be an All-Star game.
If you think about the lead guards and plus the other guards, because I think and I didn't even bring up the other guards in the East. Like I think Tyler Hero's an All-Star this year. I mean, and I didn't even bring him up. I think Tyler Hero's going to make the All-Star team, right? Tyler Hero, Damian Lillard, the kid from Cleveland, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham. These are the other guards. So if LaMelo Ball does not make the All-Star team, you're telling the fans that what you guys say doesn't matter. That's what you're
I
doing.
don't know though.
Like
I mean, when I'm trying to think about it. So the East is just really guard heavy. Like, who are the other bigs really that's going to make the All-Star game? So maybe they do it with, because there's 7 spots left. Maybe they do put 5 more lead guards in the reserve spots. I mean, that's the only way I could see it.
So guys like I don't think Jaylen Brown is going to make the All-Star team this year. Not over Tyler Hero. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think Orlando's going to have any All-Stars because, again, Monchero's been out most of the season. Franz has been out most of the season.
Franz is healthy, though. Franz is back. And, I mean, I think Franz might have played enough games.
And I think that we have – I mean, the All-Star reserves are going to be announced Thursday. So he may make it, but I'm not sure. I don't think that in terms of front court players, I don't think Bam's going to make it. I don't think the Bulls have anybody. Zach LaVine could be an All-Star. That's another guard who could also be an All-Star. Him, Tyler Hero. I'm just thinking. I ain't thinking about lead guards, Ox. I'm thinking about front court players, and I'm thinking about guards. So Zach LaVine could very well be an All-Star. I think Tyler Hero
about Jared
is
and
an
Evan?
All-Star. Right, and those are front court players. I think Cleveland gets 3 All-Stars. I think Garland, Mitchell, and Evan are All-Stars this year. I think Jared Allen is going to be on the outside looking in, and the only reason why I think he's going to be on the outside look, he might make the All-Star team, but the only reason why I feel like he's going to be on the outside looking in is because of how guard heavy it is. Yeah. But with that being said, Ox, he may make it on a technicality off the strength that there aren't many bigs in the East because there is no Joel Embiid, right? No Joel Embiid, no Bam Adebayo. And there isn't anybody else except Cat in terms of bigs. So Jared Allen could very well. Would Jared Allen make the All-Star team? And Evan Mobley's out? No, I don't think so. Could the Cavs get 4 guys? I think I'm certain they're getting 3. I'm certain.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm certain they get.
So let's real quick, chill. Let's go by team in the East real quick. So Boston. So we're thinking Boston only gets 1, only Jason Tatum.
I think Jason Tatum is the only guy that makes the All-Star team. I don't think Jaylen Brown is making the All-Star team this year.
Right.
Nope.
Brooklyn doesn't have any All-Stars.
Nope. The Knicks got 2. So stop right there, Ox. Go back to what you just said. So Cleveland, I think, gets 3. Right? Cleveland gets 3. Boston gets Jason Tatum. That's 4. The Knicks already got 2 starters. So that's 6. Milwaukee got Giannis. That's 7. How about Indiana?
Maybe Pascal. I don't know. I don't think so though. Nobody. I don't think so.
Indiana. I think Cade's going to get in. I do.
Yep. I'm with that.
I think Cade's going to get in. That's 8 right there. You feeling France? I don't think France is going to get in. If I'm looking at the front court guys, I don't think France is going to get in. I think Trae Young gets in, Ox.
Okay, but you said Dame too. Dame gets in from.
That's right. Dame 2. That's 10. And now that leaves. I think Tyler Hero gets on.
Tyler Hero.
I think Tyler Hero gets on. And I think that last spot is going to go to Zach LaVine. I think they're going to leave LaMelo Ball out, Ox. Yeah, I think they're going to leave LaMelo Ball out, Ox. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yep. And I didn't even mention Scotty Barnes either. But I think they're going to leave LaMelo Ball out. Yep.
Yeah, LaMelo's not making an All-Star game, yeah. I'm sorry to the chat, to the fans, to the people. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but LaMelo will not be in the city for All-Star game. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Zach, you sure about Zach LaVine, Chill?
I'm not sure about it, but if I'm looking at what he's been, I think he's having the best season of his career this year. I think he's having the best season of his career this year. And the media already 86th LaMelo Ball. They've already 86'd him. So with them 86 in him as a starter and looking at the landscape of the rest of the guys, is it ridiculous for me to think that they would take Zach over LaMelo Ball? They already 86 him to be a starter. Why is it ridiculous for me to think that a huge media market like Chicago, they wouldn't take Zach LaVine over LaMelo Ball?
I mean, because for the kids, Chill, the kids want LaMelo.
And
kids want LaMelo
right there. That part right there, Ox. If they say no, which I think they're going to, you're telling the fans that your votes don't matter.
Well, I mean, these kids don't know what's good for them, so damn it, get Zach in there. but you know, we got to remember too, the reason that there's an extra spot is because of Joel Embiid's knee.
Right, Joel Embiid's out.
Because I'm sitting there thinking like, where are all the bigs in the East? I forgot I forgot Joel's knees doing him like this. Bam Adebayo's having a down year. Well, I mean, I guess down year relative to what we expect from Bam. I don't think Bam's actually playing bad, honestly.
He was almost a 20-10 guy last year, and he made the All-Star team.
Yeah. So I just want to put that on record. I don't think Bam is playing bad basketball. I just think people expect more from Bam. Jared, and you know what, Chill? Jared Allen. They need to. I think in All-Star game, I think you got to have a couple bigs just with all this. So I'm advocating for the Cavaliers having 4 All-Stars.
I got them having 3 legit. I'm confident they're gonna get 3 guys. I'm confident in that. 4.
NBA,
I think that might be a stretch.
Let's get this done, NBA. We need Jared Allen in the All-Star game.
I had him as an All-Star last year. Y'all told me I was crazy when I thought he was an All-Star last year.
Right. So let's check out the Western Conference. We got the kid Steph Curry starting. He's averaging 22, 6, and 5. Kevin Durant averaging 27, 4, and 6. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. Is it Gilchrist? Gildress?
It's Gilchrist.
There ain't even no R in there. So I'm trying to figure out how
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, I'm just gonna call him SGA. So SGA, we got SGA with 32, 6, and 5. Ooh, man, the GOAT, LeBron James, 26, 9, and 7. This is crazy.
What are you still doing here, y'all? Why are you still here? Why? What are you still doing here, B? Like, I don't get it.
Nikola Jokic averaging a triple-double right now, 30, 10, and 13. We know that guy's starting there.
If you just said 30 and 13, that's enough. You didn't even have to put the 10 assists in there. You could have just said 30 and 13.
What's wrong with
this dude? You didn't even have to add the 10 assists. Just say 30 and 13. That's it.
I'm looking at these 2 dudes at the bottom. Now, mind you, there's everybody that's just All-Star starters having a great year. I think Steph's stats look better than what he's playing, but shout out to Steph Curry. But these 2 dudes right here, like, what is wrong with y'all? Like LeBron, you're 50. Relax. Nikola Jokic, like, bro, what is wrong with you? Jokic, you out here giving 30, 10, and 13 and a half, bro. Calm down.
Joker is just, I feel like Joker's logic is just, I'm just better than all of y'all. That's where Joker is with it. I'm just better than all of y'all, and I want to show that I'm better than every last one of you dudes. Giannis is over here, like, just so y'all, I know y'all love this dude. I know y'all love what he's doing, but this dude is not better than me. He's not. Because we just had we had a graphic up a couple of days ago. I believe it was on Thursday. Joker went 35, 22, and 17. And for those that don't know, he pulled down 22 rebounds against the league leading rebounder in Sabonis, who, by the way, also went almost 20 and 20. But what we're not discussing is a week ago yesterday, Giannis went 35, 16, and 6 with no turnovers. And we ain't talking about it. And the reason why we're not talking about it is because this stuff is ho-hum. It's become that. And it shouldn't be. It should not be that. It should be, yo, did you see Giannis? Did you see SGA go for 54, he went for almost 55 and 10? That happened a couple of days ago. Literally a couple of days ago that happened. Joker is doing what Joker is doing. I'm telling you, man, this is one of the closest MVP races that I've ever seen, if not the closest MVP race that I've ever seen. I'm telling you. The fact that these guys are on the same team, this is great.
Jokic is a certified psychopath, and these are serial killer numbers. But Giannis is the best player in the NBA. I got to give it to him.
It's not become a conversation.
I mean, once again, I just got to reiterate that, like, Jokic can't guard his shadow, so that's a problem. That is a problem, And I know. See, my man in the chat right now from Go James Kingdom, my man John, he's in the chat, and he tried to convince us that that Jokic could be a better anchor than Anthony Davis. I wholeheartedly disagree. I don't feel
sound like he almost convinced you.
No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I've seen enough of Jokic just watching guys put up layups all around him. He doesn't try to control the paint on the defensive end. Those issues alone make it to where I have to put Jokic. I have to put Giannis over Jokic. But putting Giannis over you, that's never going to be a knock. Like we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, so that's not a knock. But yeah, so in the West, Chill, what are we looking at? Are there some snubs going on, or is this the perfect starting lineup? What does this starting lineup rank amongst starting lineups that you've seen in the All-Star game? That's what I wanted to ask you in the West, because we did see, what was it? It was Shaq, Tim Duncan, KG, was it T-Mac and Kobe?
Bryant and Tracy McGrady.
It was. That's what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, well, that lineup. I'm sorry, but this lineup is crazy though. So let's get that one out of here. This lineup is amazing.
It's 100%. I mean, don't forget about there was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Magic, it was Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Jabbar. No, Magic, Olajuwon, Jabbar. I feel like I'm leaving somebody out in the Western Conference who had gotten busy. So that lineup that you just ran off, and I think that was in 2003. That was the starters in the All-Star game, and with Bryant, Tracy McGrady. No, Tracy McGrady was in the East at that point. He wasn't in the West. But when we got there, it wasn't Tracy McGrady. I take that back. Right. Shaq. It was not Tracy McGrady. I think it was Steve Francis. That's who I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was Steve Francis. I don't think it wasn't Tracy McGrady, because he was still in the Tracy McGrady was still in the East. Yeah, he was still in the East. Other great All-Star teams. Let's see. It was Magic. Let's see. Olajuwon, Malone. Magic, Olajuwon, Malone. Who was the two guard in the West? Was it Rolando? No, it wasn't Rolando Blackman. No, that wasn't it. I'm drawing a blank on the other two guard, but it was in '89. It was in '89. Why am I drawing a blank on the other two guard? Drex, maybe? Yeah, it was Drexler. That's who it was. It was Drex. So Magic, Drex, Malone, Olajuwon, and maybe Tom Chambers. Yeah, I think it was Tom Chambers. Yep.
That's some really good lineups. Really good lineups.
This lineup right here, the only guy and it's not that KD isn't deserving. I just know that KD was in and out of the lineup a lot. And I wasn't sure if he was going to be a starter in the All-Star game. I thought that spot was going to Anthony Davis. I thought that spot was going to. But I do want to get to the bottom of something right now, Ox, and I'm going to tell you right now, if I don't hear Domantas Sabonis' name called on Thursday as an All-Star reserve, we're going to have a problem. That's all I'm going to say, Ox. I'm not saying this because you up here as a Sacramento fan. If I don't hit Domantas Sabonis' name called on Thursday as a reserve for the All-Star team, we're going to have a big problem. And you NBA dudes, you think you've been getting smoke? I can tell you right now, you're gonna get a lot of smoke from me if he's off the crew. Because if you look at the landscape of the All-Star team of the Western Conference, so Oklahoma City's got one, right? They've got SGA. Is J-Dub making the All-Star team? I think he is.
Okay.
I think he makes.
So that's seven.
So that's seven guys right there. So let me run down real quick for you, Ox. So Oklahoma City, I think they got two guys. I think Houston gets somebody. I do. I think Houston gets somebody on the All-Star team. Memphis, I think Jaren Jackson is making the All-Star team. Joker's going to make the All-Star team. James and Anthony Davis are going to make the All-Star team. I don't know if I'd be surprised if anybody on that team made the All-Star team. It'd be Norman Powell. If anybody made it, I don't think James Harden makes it. I don't think Leonard makes it. It would be Norman Powell. I don't think Luka's going to make the All-Star team. I don't think he's going to play in the All-Star team. I think he's going to make it, but I don't think he's going to play in the All-Star. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he played enough. I don't think he's played enough.
Right,
So I don't
right.
think he's
And I
going to
mean,
make the
that's
All-Star team.
understandable. That's understandable right
Yes.
there for him not to make
So I got 7 guys, and I think Anthony Edwards is going to make the All-Star team.
I don't know about J-Dub.
J-Dub.
J-Dub is the one. I'm not sure if he's going to make it.
And the reason why I'm thinking about J-Dub, because I'm thinking about how good Oklahoma City is, not just how good they are. You just told me you might have 4 dudes on this All-Star team from Cleveland, and Oklahoma City got just as good a record. I think they 1 game behind them. They're getting more than 1 All-Star. That's happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at it from that logic. I'm definitely not mad at that.
I'm pretty confident that they are. So with that being said, right? So I got 7 guys. I think Ant makes it. I think Sabonis is in. KD is already on. Curry is already on. And Wemby. There's your 12 guys. Who did I miss?
Who did you miss?
Who did I miss? I don't think I missed anybody.
I don't know, Chill, but I'm not going to be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked if we don't have any All-Stars this year. Obviously, I think we get one and Houston gets one, but I'm also not going to be shocked if we get none. You know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and should have won more basketball games.
And that's the problem, Ox. Because no, that's not. You can't give me legit logic that the dude. It's bad enough he didn't make it last year. Okay, you got it wrong, right? It's bad enough that we got a guy who led the league in double-doubles and triple-doubles, did not make the All-Star team. I don't know what an All-Star is if that's not an All-Star. And now you're telling me that you got another double-double guy, that's a 20 and 10 guy who's leading the league in rebounding again. It's not going to be an All-Star again just because he's playing Sacramento? Nah, yo, we got a problem, Ox. No. I don't think so.
I mean, he's averaging 21, 14, and 6, you know? So it's
just so you know, Ox, just read them numbers off one more time. I want to make sure I heard you correctly.
21, 14, and 6.
Yeah, I think Dwight Howard finished 2nd in the league in MVP votes the year he did that. I just want to put that out there.
Well, he
ain't averaged that many.
21, 14, and 6. We're plus 500 now. We'll have a winning record. Yep. And on top of that, of the games that we've played, just want to make this clear to everybody. Domantas Sabonis has played and started in 41 games this season. He doesn't miss games.
They played 44 games. He's missed 2 of them.
He doesn't miss games, but once again, Chill, the West is super stacked. We came on pretty late, you know what I mean? So, and once again, Chill, we're in Sacramento, so like it happens. Somebody has to get the snub, and it usually comes through us. But
two spots out the 5 spot. Sacramento is, by the way, 2 games out the 5 spot. 2.
Right. Well, we'll just have to see. I want to get to the lobby now because we do got some other things. We got another segment today that we're going to drop that I think will be really interesting. And I think you guys are going to like it. Mm-hmm. But let me see this super chat before we get to the lobby. Let me check out this super chat from Day. He says, how many Hall of Famers are in the league today, in your opinion, if their career ended right now?
If the career ended today, so
the obvious 3.
Right. So James, KD, Curry, Jokic, Giannis,
Harden.
Trae Young's going into the Hall of Fame. James Harden, Leonard.
You said Trae Young.
This is just in the East. Yep. Jason Tatum. I think Cat's going to the Hall of Fame too.
If his career ended today, he'd be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, I think Cat's going to the Hall of Fame too. I don't think the Cat is a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I do think that he's a Hall of Famer if his career ended today. Yes.
Damian
Lillard.
Yep, Chris Paul, yeah.
Yep. Chris Paul also. I don't think anybody in Oklahoma City. I don't think anybody in Houston. I don't think anybody in Memphis. Joker, Anthony Davis, Luka. If Luka's career ended today, Luka's going into the Hall of Fame.
Debo,
100%. DeMar DeRozan. I don't think there's anybody in Minnesota. We already talked about Sacramento. KD. I think that Devin Booker's got a he's got a case. I don't think he's there yet.
If Devin Booker retired today, there's no way he's a Hall of Famer this year.
Yeah. I think he's got a case, but I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's a three-time, a three-time All-Pro. And that's it. Nobody else. Nobody outside of Chris Paul. Nobody in San Antonio. Nobody on the Blazers.
No Jimmy Butler. No Rudy Gobert.
Oh shit! I forgot about Rudy. Yes, Rudy is the first ballot Hall of Famer. 100% he is. I think Jimmy Butler's a Hall of Famer too. 100%. Yes, I do think that.
There's a lot more Hall of Famers than I expected.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a good league we got, y'all. A really good league. There's a lot of really good basketball players, y'all.
Did I leave out Clay? Did I say Clay?
Yeah, you did. You did leave out Clay. And
Clay Thompson's a Hall of Famer too. Irv is a Hall of Famer too. Yes.
Oh, what about Draymond?
First ballot Hall of Famer. Draymond is.
Nah, second.
If Draymond quit today, the minute he's eligible, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get to this. My man? Context.
Top of the top, man. What's the word, fellas? Y'all can hear me? I'm good. I'm clear, loud and clear.
Yeah, you straight.
What's happening? What's happening, man? Salute, Joe. What's going on, brother? First of all, I just want to give a shout out to this legend right here, who's gonna be a future Hall of Famer in the WNBA. Keomi McMillan. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna hold you to the WNBA. I just want to give a shout out. The WNBA is
she nice?
It's going to be a great nice. Chill. I don't know if you know about the controversy between her and what happened. The Rutgers coach suspended her when she was supposed to go against Juju Watkins. Chill. Whenever you get a chance in your free time, you go and you do your research on Keomi McMillan. Baller. Ball. You can't box what she does. Her, Malaysia Fulwali, and Juju Watkins are gonna be the three superstars and they're gonna carry the WNBA. But that's neither here or there. I got some gripes. All right.
Oh, wait, my bad. Real quick. Chill.
Yeah.
Don't forget that first ballot Hall of Famer, Al Horford. All right, go ahead, Tex.
Dominican Dirk, for sure. So I'm with Chill. I'm so surprised that you're not pushing for the LaMelo thing a little bit more sternly. I think it's a disservice. I think if LaMelo does not make this All-Star game, the credit of the NBA is going to be at stake, in my opinion. I said that, Tex. Yeah, okay. I didn't catch the whole. I didn't catch the whole thing. I didn't know. I didn't know if you had that. I didn't know if you.
Okay. LaMelo Ball was voted by the fans to start. He was voted by the fans to start, right. And I think he was third amongst the players. And it was the media that came in and broke the vote, and they had it at 7. So now where we are, if he doesn't make the All-Star team, what you telling the fans is what you say doesn't matter. That's what you're telling the fans. So why do I vote?
Tickets. They're paying
why do I vote?
This is what's funding the league. This is ridiculous.
Telling me that who I want to see, what you're telling me is who I want to see doesn't matter. It's going to be who you think I should want to see. That's what you're telling the people.
So then now, in my opinion, right, if that's the case, right, what other thing, and this is why it's so disheartening, because imagine how the players feel, right? Your contracts are on the line, right? Certain benchmarks that you may need to hit to get incentive to get bonuses, right? This is like, and hopefully it might be a blessing in disguise, but it's gonna really pull the curtains back and have people really like analyze like all the the working parts that's happening, because this, in my opinion, like you said, the NBA is 86 in LaMelo. Honestly, it might be because it's in a small market, but I think they need to. It's either LaMelo has to go to a bigger market. Same thing with Cade. I think unless Detroit makes a real sound effort in building that unit around him, because I think he has the goods to. I mean, you're seeing it right now. In my opinion, I think Cade should be the guys that should be in the All-Star. In my opinion, as far as the guards, should be LaMelo, Trey, Cade, and if you want to throw like Darius Garland, I'm cool with that. I think he's been doing his thing. But I think Jalen Brunson, respectfully, maybe the other years that he was subbing, they're trying to pay it back. respectfully, he hasn't been playing like an all-star.
That happened too, by the way, context. Just so you know, that's happened. Like they've made up for past time, and that might be the case with Jalen Brunson right now. But with that being said, you still can't leave a dude out there. Everybody wants to see though. You can't do that.
I mean, I feel the exact opposite of y'all. I don't think the league is doing the bad thing. I think the league is doing the right thing, stepping in here and saying, no, we're not about to put this shot chucker, no defensive playing, running around the hoop, no media trained kid in the All-Star game. And we got other guys that clearly deserve to be in the All-Star game over him. Finally, the league standing.
No.
Finally, the league is standing on their nuts. Finally, the league is standing on their nuts, and they are not allowing any more nonsense. You know why? Because if Lamelo Ball doesn't make the All-Star game, people aren't going to stop watching basketball.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. It's not going to hurt the league at all.
The reason why it's going to do that is because you're telling the people. The reason why it's going to hurt the reason why it's going to hurt the league is because you're telling the people that what you want to see doesn't matter. You want to see this guy? No, we don't think you should see this guy. So because we don't think you should see this guy, you don't think I should see him. So then I should stop voting. Matter of fact, not only should I stop voting, I don't even want to watch the All-Star game no more. Why?
These people are going to forget. What I say doesn't forget all about it. They're going to say, "Oh yeah, so Melo's not here."
This is definitely going to drop viewership because all these people who vote Ox. I don't know if you know this, but Giannis got over 2 million votes. He got over 2 million votes. Imagine the media going, you know what, Giannis? You from Greece. You shouldn't be starting in the All-Star game.
They wouldn't do that then, because Giannis is an all-time great. LaMelo's not.
Right. Giannis is an all-time great right now. There was a time
about? Why are we letting him get away
remember,
with this?
So Ox, make sure we clear. Just so you know, LaMelo Ball did make the All-Star game previous to this. He was an All-Star in year 2.
Thank you.
Right? He was an All-Star in year 2. He got hurt.
It's a different league.
It is a different league. Not only is it a different league, he's a different player today. He's actually better. Averaging 30 a game, 8 assists, and he's gotten voted on as a starter. So with him getting voted on as a starter, now we should have something completely different. We should not have the media going, well, you know what? You're not deserving of being an All-Star starter. If anybody is deserving of being an All-Star starter, it's LaMelo Ball.
There are 17 players. There are 17 players in the East alone that we can name that deserve that spot over LaMelo.
And Jalen Brunson is not one of them. Stop bullshit. OG Anunoby has been having more of an impact on the Knicks this year than Jalen Brunson. His big-headed ass is taking dumbass shots. He's not passing the ball away.
He's taking dumb shots. You said it about Jalen Brunson and don't say it about LaMelo.
Double, and he's not averaging a double and some bullshit. I'm tired of him taking some dumbass shots and not impacting the team. OG Anunoby should be having better numbers if Jalen Brunson was playing as a better point guard. Stop the bullshit. LaMelo Ball is carrying nothing but trash, and he's making
carrying. He's not carrying. He won 6 games. What is he carrying?
I'm saying he's making it a viable product to watch. He's making it a viable product to watch.
It's not a viable product to watch. I know nobody want to watch that shit.
I watch all the games. All right, let me say
that's because if you watch that, then you don't know ball. You don't like basketball.
I got one more thing, real quick. I'll say this, and it's to the point where you're talking about that sleeper team, Atlanta. So I got Atlanta, and I'll say this too. I think Detroit is a sneaky sleeper as well. I think they could potentially knock the Knicks out. I think Detroit, if you pair Detroit with the Knicks, I think Cade has the ability to manipulate. I don't think OG got shit for Cade. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. You said Dyson Daniels shut the door on JT. I saw Cade give Dyson Daniels 30. Easy too. I'm gonna say this again. Cade, in my opinion, is the closest person I think that plays like Luka. In my opinion, he's the closest person I've seen play like Luka.
Damn,
that's the East Coast. That's the East Coast Luka over. I'm saying, hey,
wait. So you got Cade over LaMelo?
I got LaMelo and then Cade right underneath, and then I got Trey third.
Wow, really?
No way.
Well,
all right, Tex, we know where to find you at, brother.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes, man. Salute, brothers. Always good to talk to y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, you know the vibes, man. NSB, man. We back, man. We back.
No doubt. All right, fam.
No doubt.
Damn, and man, Leaf Diggy just left, man. Leaf, what happened, man? It's all good. We got classic. up next. Classic,
What up?
Yeah, what up, guys?
What up?
What up? What up? Yeah, I disagree with you, Alex, about Lamelo. If it was like all NBA teams, I would agree that he shouldn't be up there. But for the All-Star game, I do think that the fans should have total control. But I'm excited to see Wemby in the All-Star game though, because I want to see how he looks playing with other great players. And at first I didn't like his game, but I'm really starting to love his game now because I don't think Wemby should be the number one scoring option on your team. I think if he's like the third scoring option or third or fourth, but he's like your best defender, I think you can win a lot of championships that way. And so I'm ready to see him in the All-Star game because I want to see if he can break the All-Star game block record.
Classic. Where you get this? Stop right there, Classic. Where do you come up with this stuff? Like Wemby's now with number 3. We turning him? We turning him into Rudy Gobert? Is that what we doing?
No,
we're turning him into Rudy Gobert, but a defender.
I think he would. That would be the best way. Like I think if the Celtics replaced Kristaps with Wemby, I think they would be better because he wouldn't be the primary scoring option, but he would make their defense a lot better, and he would I think he would also make the spacing a lot better.
But that's not fair, though, Classic. But the reason why is because he's in year 2. We don't know how much better he's going to get. This is not the peak of Wemby. Wemby's going to get much better. He's going to get stronger. He's going to develop more post moves. He's going to develop a better offensive arsenal. We can't talk about him right now in year 2. We don't even. He's 20. Just turned 21 years old. We don't even know who he is.
I don't think Wemby wants to play in the post. I think he could change the game as a great 3-point shooter, as well as a great interior defender. I don't see what would be the problem with that.
He 100% wants to play in the post, but he wants to play in the post too because the reason why is because that's an advantage of his. I'm playing against smaller dudes, especially with the offense that San Antonio runs, where they get a lot of switch action. He just doesn't know how to do it yet. Now, the days of Shaq and Olajuwon and guys playing primarily on the box, them days are over because Porzingis doesn't play primarily on the box. Cat doesn't play primarily on the box. Neither does Joker. Wemby is going to play on the box from time to time, but that's the new age big man. That's Wemby. He's the future of the NBA. That's what the NBA is going to look like in the next 10 to 15 years. Like if you don't have that or something to that effect, you're not going to be able to win.
Right. So do you think Chet likes to play on the box?
Do I think he likes to play on the block? I do think he likes to play on the block. Yes, 100% I do. Just because I don't do it all the time doesn't mean I don't like doing it.
But what do you think Wemby likes to do more, shoot threes or play on the blocks?
I think it's a combination of the two. I don't think that he wants to just stand out on the long ball line and shoot threes all night. He knows that that's not conducive to winning. I have to use my height as my advantage. And if I'm just standing out on the long ball line shooting threes all night, I'm not using my height to my advantage. So if I got a smaller guy on me, I have to go down on the block. So absolutely. Just because he's shooting threes, I could say the same thing about Anthony Edwards. You think Anthony Edwards just wants to shoot threes? You don't think he wants to get to the rim? You don't think he likes dunking on people? I'm sure he likes doing that.
No, I definitely think Wemby should get to the rim. I didn't mean like just shoot threes, but I'm talking about like with the analytics, they want you to shoot threes and get layups and dunks. And I think Wemby would be great at that. I don't think he needs to work on the box. I think he needs to do what he does, like how he catches lobs from Chris Paul. He likes to shoot pull up threes in transition. I think if he can become great at that, as well as be the best defender in the league, I think that'll be something we've never seen before. And I think that would be best suited if he's not like the primary scoring option. Which is why I'm ready to see him in the All-Star game, because I think he's going to make the All-Star game fun, because I want to see him on a team opposite of Giannis, because Giannis likes to get like a lot of easy layups and dunks in the All-Star games. And I want to see Wemby block him a couple of times.
And he's going to do that too. Wemby's going to play like that too. Wemby's not going to be out there just laughing and joking. And no, like Giannis is going to come to the rim, and Wemby's not trying to hear that.
Right. But that's what I'm excited to see.
Wemby has struggled against Giannis because, again, that's an adult. Wemby's not an adult yet. He's getting there.
Yeah, but he's still getting like 10. I think he's had like multiple games of like 9 blocks. That's crazy.
Giannis kicked his ass last time he saw him.
Yeah, I mean that's Giannis, but I still think
that's what I'm talking about when I talk about going up against an adult. That's what I mean. So good to talk to you, Classic. I know where to find you at, brother.
Have a good one.
Absolutely.
All right, Classic. Appreciate you, fam.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. We got Lee Mack. What's up?
Good morning, boys. How you doing, boys?
You.
Just got a couple of quick questions. I remember last week you were talking about your top 5 defensive players of all time. I was wondering where you fit Mutombo in there because I always thought he might have been around 5, 6 on my list.
I had Mutombo right outside the top 10. But
Yeah.
Like close, but just like Bryant, like if you got Mutombo anywhere between 8 and 11, 7 and 11, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I got around like 6 or 7 because and it's not just because he passed, rest in peace, because sometimes we do elevate people on lists when they pass, and I hate doing that. But he was really dominant. The other question I have is like when I saw yesterday's chat about like it being like Durant and LeBron, I'm wondering if the league is afraid to let go of some of these older guys because they're afraid that they don't have a face to the league yet. And they're just like, no, we got to keep bringing Curry in. And they are playing at an all-star level, but it's just like something like grandfathered in, like Ox was saying, like, I don't like the grandfather thing either. If you're playing better, you should get the spot. But I feel like the league is afraid to let go of Durant and Curry and LeBron for some reason. What do you guys think?
I think that with what is going on with the league right now, they're still here. So that's probably the biggest problem. And nobody has really ended them. Ox just ran down LeBron James's numbers. This dude 24-8. This dude is 24-9 and 8. Nobody is like it's not like when Jabbar was 40, like he was 12 a game. Like nobody's ended them. And then in we had a 4-year stretch where the NBA lost Magic, Bird, Jordan, and Isaiah Thomas, all 4 of them years in 4 straight years. We have it right now where these guys are still here, and these other guys aren't ending them. They're still around. I mean, Anthony Edwards, he knocked KD out the playoffs last year, but KD's still getting busy. And Anthony Edwards hasn't been able to take that next step in terms of being as marketable. But I still think he's a future face. Plus, the NBA has bet on some guys who haven't really panned out. They tried to do it with Ja and Ja.
Anthony Edwards kind of didn't fit the spot.
Even though I feel like Anthony Edwards is one of those guys, you know, charismatic, good-looking guy, great game. So I think he's one of those guys that you can. I think that you could
take the role again in a few years when he seasons a bit. But yeah, that's kind of the only questions I had. But good to see you guys.
All right, brother. Good to talk.
All right, Lee. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ox.
Yo, Jay, what's up?
What's up, guys? I wanted to chill. I wanted to kind of get your opinion, Chill, on the All-Star game. Do you think that winning is taken into account when it comes to these guys, or is it just like fans?
It's just.
Or do you think it should be taken into account?
No, it doesn't, and I don't think it ever has because we've had guys that have made the All-Star team on bad teams in the past. That's the way it is. It's always been like that.
So it's always just been like, you know, whatever the fans feel like is good, whatever the fans feel like is fun to watch.
When we had in the 80s and the 90s, the majority of the play, I mean, Barkley made the All-Star team in 92 and the Philadelphia 76ers was garbage. They were trash and he was on the team. But for the most part, a lot of the players who make the All-Star team, they're on good teams. The majority of them. You might have 1 or 2 guys from each conference that's on bad teams that make the All-Star team. But other than that, the majority of the guys that make the All-Star team have been on good teams. But there have been some guys who've made it that have been on bad teams. So, I mean, winning doesn't matter as much.
It doesn't, but it matters slightly, a little bit.
Winning doesn't matter.
My next question is, Chill, what's going on with my C's, Chill? What's going on?
What is going on? What do you want? You want y'all to run through the league?
We got smoked out by the Lakers. It's the Lakers, for Christ's sake.
Damn, so what? It's the I was wrong about them being at the top of the league. I was wrong about that. I thought that they were gonna. Jaylen Brown has not been good this year. Not only has Jaylen Brown not been good this year, Drew Holiday has not been good this year. He hasn't been. Porzingis has been in and out of the lineup, and I feel like Coach Mazzulla, he's sticking to his guns. This is what has won in the past, and this is what we're going to stick to. We are not doing anything different. Derek White has been really inconsistent this season. Al Horford has been in and out of the lineup, so these guys aren't as dialed in. These guys aren't as dialed in terms of the regular season as they were last year. I feel like they were dialed in way more. Now, are you going to be able to turn that on come playoff time? We'll see. But as of right now, I mean, if the season ended, you're the number 2 seed in the East. You're the number 2 seed in the
bad.
East.
I mean, we have a top 5 record in the NBA. It's not
you're
like
still rolling. Yeah, you're still rolling.
What pisses me off is what JT said. He said he talking about softness on the team. I'm like, yeah, that starts with you. Like, he hasn't been playing well at all this whole month, Chill. The month of January, he's been playing very, very badly. 9 for 22, 7 for 17, multiple games where he hasn't been able to shoot at all. And I kind of wanted to like ask you if you think that's the reason he hasn't been shooting it all that well is because it's a byproduct of him never really like developing a very important aspect into his game, which is his mid-range.
Do you think we didn't have a problem? No, I don't think that, because we didn't have this problem when he was player of the month a month ago. We didn't have a problem when that was going on. When you are a primary long ball shooting player, you're going to go through this. Steph Curry went through it. It happens with Klay Thompson. So when he was player of the month, nobody was having this discussion. Now what's going on is he's in a shooting slump. When he starts to turn it on again, when that happens, because it's going to happen, and he gets back to, because he does play in the mid-range. He might not play in the mid-range as much as SGA. He might not play in the mid-range as much as DeMar DeRozan, but he does play in the mid-range. He will knock down shots. In fact, the Celtics run plays where they get him the ball in the mid-post and in the mid-range, and he goes to work. That goes on. Now, because you see him shooting 12 threes, because you see him shooting 8 or 9 threes, you automatically think that's all he does. No, he does other stuff. Even though half his shots are threes, he does other stuff. He 100% has other stuff. He gets to the rim with the best of them. He finishes at the rim. There are times when I watch him where I'd like to see him go to the basket and score more than go to the basket and get fouled. I think that he can improve on that. But other than that, I think that they're fine.
Right. I think he's playing. I will say this though. I think he's playing more above the basket than he was last season. He's definitely going to the rim, attacking the rim, and not doing layups on small guys. He's actually punching it over people. I will say that. I do think that he is playing a little bit more above the rim. I got one more for you, Chill, and it's a hypothetical question. If we were to, I'm going to take like a couple players from their prime from the past. I'm going to put them on really bad teams, and I want you to tell me which team would make the postseason or win an NBA championship. Okay, so I'm going to take Charlotte. I'm going to put Jordan. I'm going to put Hakeem. And I'm going to put Magic on that team in Charlotte.
At the same time? Together?
Same time. All of them together. They're best.
Now I'm gonna take, what?
Yeah, because they're not making the they're not making the postseason.
They're winning it. You put Jordan, Elijah.
Hold on, I'm gonna cook up for you here, Chill. I'm gonna cook up with this team. I'm gonna put New Orleans because they also suck. I'm gonna take Prime Bird. I'm gonna take Prime Jabbar, and I'm also gonna take I'm also gonna take Prime Steve Nash. That was the one. Now, the last Prime Nash, and that's in New Orleans. And now the last team is Washington. I'm going to take Prime James, Prime LeBron, and I'm also going to take Prime Kevin Durant, and I'm going to take Prime Shaq. Which team is making the postseason? Which team's winning a championship?
All three of them teams are making the postseason. And
now?
All three of those teams are making the postseason 100 today. All three of those teams are making the postseason. And not only are all three of those teams making the postseason, that team with Magic, Olajuwon, and who was the third guy?
Jordan.
And Jordan, they smoked the Celtics.
They beat everybody. They're winning the whole championship.
I don't know, Chill. It's going to be a 7-game dogfight.
I think they smoked the Celtics.
Wait, Jay, are you trying to tell me that this Celtics team can compete with Magic, Jordan?
I'm not. Right. Y'all, I know what y'all looking at it with this team, right? With that offense.
Them.
Magic don't want none with JT, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
They smoked
Magic is not like that.
All right, bro.
Magic is.
Jay, I appreciate you pulling up. Appreciate you pulling up, Jay. But I got to put a cord on this because we have another segment that we're about to get into. Appreciate you, brother.
Y'all
See
have
you next
a good
week.
one, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, fam.
Ox, they smoked them.
7-game dogfight with Magic, Jordan, Hakeem.
Smoked the dudes, man. You crazy. God, imagine Drew Holiday having to deal with Magic. Get the hell out of here. Derek White, you are not slowing down Jordan. And Al Horford, I know how much you love him, Ox, but good luck with Olajuwon. Go ahead.
No, I'm not even gonna play like that. What?
Good luck, big fella.
What? KP gonna just sit down like, Coach, I'm done.
I'm straight. I don't want nothing to do with
more.
these dudes.
No more. So chill. I got something for us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen afterwards, but I'm gonna start it behind the scenes. Right. We're gonna do a versus. Okay.
Yep.
Y'all are all familiar with the verses. All 400 of y'all here are familiar with how we do verses on Player's Choice. In fact, I need y'all to like this video because we're giving y'all some peak content right here. I want to do a versus chill. This is something that I think we can get into, maybe not every episode, but something that we can start doing a little more regularly. And we'll have a lot of fun with it come the offseason. But right now, this is a big man edition. This is a big man edition of the verses.
Mm-hmm.
And these verses are going to be today versus yesterday.
Yep.
So we're just gonna get straight into it. I'll be in the back marking them down, and then I'll bring it up when it's time to.
Yep.
Chill. I think the first one we're gonna do is pretty obvious. I think everybody knows. We're gonna do Wilt versus Jokic. Wilt versus Jokic is the first one. Chat, make sure you are in the comment section and you're giving your takes. Chill. Let's start with athleticism.
Chamberlain.
Okay. I think that was kind of obvious, but 1 second. All right. Okay. Next, we have block work. Just all around scoring on the block, posting up. Who got the block work down?
Chamberlain.
Okay. Next, we're going to do mid-game, mid-range.
I'll get at the Joker.
3-ball.
Joker.
Transition offense.
Chamberlain.
Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Perimeter defense.
Chamberlain.
Paint defense. That's just patrolling the paint. That's all. Rim protection is involved in this, but just being a paint defender. Yeah, paint presence. Yes.
Chamberlain.
Passing.
I think it's Joker.
Passing / playmaking.
Yeah, I think it's Joker, but it's by a hair. Chamberlain was a great passer.
Okay. Carry ability. Who has the ability to carry their squad in the rough times, meat and potatoes of the game, meat and potatoes of the season, meat and potatoes of the playoffs? Who has the carry ability?
Chamberlain.
IQ.
Chamberlain.
And who's this overall better, Chill?
Chamberlain.
You know what? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to another today versus yesterday, and it is Giannis versus Hakeem. Same questions, Chill. Athleticism.
Olajuwon was a fantastic athlete. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Giannis.
Block work.
Olajuwon.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, you said block work for Hakeem. Midi game.
Olajuwon.
3-ball.
I'll take Giannis.
Okay. Transition offense.
Giannis.
Now, perimeter defense.
Olajuwon.
Paint defense.
Olajuwon.
Passing.
Giannis.
Carry ability.
Olajuwon.
IQ.
Olajuwon.
And who's just overall better?
Olajuwon.
Okay. Moving on. I figure we don't have to do it all just straight all-time top 5 guys. So let's do Karl Anthony Towns versus my man, Chris Webber. Athleticism.
C. Webb.
Block work.
Webb.
Midi game.
Cat. Webb had a money mid-range game too, but Cat.
Free ball.
Cat.
Transition offense.
Webb.
Perimeter defense.
Webb.
Paint defense.
Webb.
Passing.
Webb.
Carryability.
Webb.
IQ.
Webb was really smart, but the fact that he folded when it mattered the most, I think the pressure had gotten to him. But I could say the same thing about Cat too. I'll take Webb.
Who's just overall better?
Webb.
Damn, Cat, you got cleaned up. Okay. Now, last, but certainly not least, let's have a little fun. We're going to do Bam Adebayo and my man, Rasheed Wallace. Athleticism.
Bam Bam.
Block work.
Sheed.
Midi game.
Sheed.
Three ball.
Sheed.
Transition offense.
Sheed.
Perimeter defense.
Oh, wait.
Okay. We're still on transition offense.
I'm gonna give it to Bam. Bam handled it a little bit better. Bam was great finishing at the rim. I'll say Bam.
Perimeter defense.
Sheed. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Hang on. Sorry. Bam. I apologize.
Paint defense.
Bam.
Ooh. Passing.
Bam's a damn good passer. I'm gonna say Sheed though.
Carryability.
She didn't really carry. I think Bam carried more with his defense. I'm going to take Bam.
IQ.
Bam. She did a lot of dumb things. She got thrown out of a playoff game in the second quarter. That's dumb.
Cool. It's crazy. Oh, man. Who's overall better, Rasheed Wallace or Bam Adebayo?
Sheed. He's better than Bam.
Okay. Well, there we have it. That was the last one. Let me see. 1 second. Let me put that there. Kim and Wilt. Okay. Let me share that with the people.
Yep.
So
she was just, man, she was nice.
Yeah. Okay. So there you have it, y'all. What'd you say?
I was just thinking, I was reading the chat, and this dude, JD SWE, for somebody that doesn't really like old people and has a lot to say about old people in a negative way, you sure do hang around a lot of old people, yo. What's up with that? Any particular reason that you do that? Because, like, I don't hang around chicks to make fun of them that's ugly. I don't do that. Like if I'm because that says a lot about me. Like I don't understand what that is. Like, what's your motivation?
Right. I wouldn't see you as the red pill type of content creator, Chill. Just on the internet picking on girls.
Yeah, no, man, that ain't my style. No, no.
All right, that's insane.
No.
But here you have it, y'all. This was our first today versus yesterday, and looks like yesterday cleaned up. But hey, here you have it, man. Give your take in the comment section. We have been here for 1 hour and 32 minutes, and as you know,
God,
Claire.
Damn, okay, Claire. All right, we coming.
She is already on it. So we're gonna get out of here, y'all. We'll see you on Monday. Somebody said that without the rest of the panel, me and you really be capping. I think I'm capping Monday through Friday, y'all. So it's not just Saturday, man. Check us out all week. We'll be here. We'll see you on Monday. We'll be right back here on Saturday. Y'all know what to do, man. Click on that like button, follow. I know, subscribe, all those things, and see you next time. Claire talking about Cap. This is Cap. If I didn't believe in protecting privacy, I'd show you these messages right now.
I got them right here. I got them right here. She on us. So we will let you guys go. But until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. Call your mother. And if you're ever in the Portland area and you had too much to drink, hey, pick up the phone. My man, he will not leave you out there. Call my man up. He got you. No doubt about that. Right. We will see you guys soon. But until then, take it light. Take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys today.
All right, man. See y'all next time, man. Love yourself.
Mm-hmm.